sage Cornish hens with wild rice and broccoli. Y'all look how good this looks. So let's get into this. The night before, I did my Cornish hens in a brine, which is just kosher salt and water. Soaked it overnight. The next day, I started my rice. I washed off my Cornish hens really well and then patted them dry. Then, once they were completely dry, I grabbed a knife and I made little slits all over my Cornish hens because I want all that flavor to get into the meat. I want to taste flavor in every single bite. So we're going to do the legs, the wings, the breast, the thighs. Cut those slits in there. After you get done cutting your slits in there, we are going to start on our seasoning. Now, I cut up everything fresh. I had thyme, sage, black pepper, and salt. I also had room temperature butter, gave it a good mix until it was nice and creamy like this, and then added in my seasonings. Once you add your seasoning in, you're going to stir everything until it is well incorporated. Now, this butter is going to be used basically for everything on this dish. Now, once the rice was finished, I added in about 2 tablespoons of that butter into it and mixed it and set it aside. You don't need to add any extra salt or seasoning, sodium to the rice because that butter has all the flavor you need. Next, the Cornish hens, I seasoned it with some Lawrys and black pepper. You honestly don't have to because that butter has so much flavor in it. I then rubbed the butter all over in between the cracks and creases and all on the legs, the wings, breast, thighs. We want to get that butter everywhere to have flavor in every single bite. After buttering my Cornish hens completely, I'm sorry, y'all, I did not get a good video of this next step, but all I did was stuff my Cornish hens with the wild rice, and then I put them into the container that I was going to cook them in. So you can partially see me stuffing them, and yes, it is a messy little job. It is not a nice and neat and clean job. I stuffed them and I put them into my baking dish. Now, this is how they looked before I put them into the oven. I do suggest if you have cooking string to use that and tie your 2 legs together. Now, get the same butter that we made, put it in a skillet, heat it up, and then we're going to cook our broccolini in it, and it comes out so good from the flavor of that sage and thyme butter. This is how the Cornish hens come out looking after the oven. It comes out so juicy, so good, so full of flavor. Look. Y'all don't have to believe me, but make this and leave a comment below on what you thought of this dish. But first, please don't forget to subscribe and like this video.